Hey up everyone, I could do a bit of an intro, but I'm just going to smash straight into it. Right, we've got this Tiguan here with a fault with an airbag crash sensor. I would show you on the dash, but I've got the battery disconnected for obvious reasons. Should never work on an airbag system with that battery connected. You don't want any accidents. So we have crash sensor, and the fault is open circuit crash sensor. Right, it's been somewhere else. They fired up the parts cannon. It's had new crash sensors, new modules, all sorts of stuff. I've checked here, made sure that the pins are all right, and I don't know if you can see in there, they're fine. They're at home, they're absolutely fine, and there's no bent pins in the sensor, so that's cool. So where we've gone now is, you look at the wiring, you think, right, has anything changed? Is everything in its right place? So with the wiring diagrams, you can see you've got brown and a purple wire just here. Dead simple. Now what you can do, and what I did do, was check the continuity of the wire from this end to the next join, which is the door wiring harness. If you've ever had anything to do with Volkswagens, that's usually the first place you look, because these wires that sit in the door jar in there usually tend to snap and go brittle. So I checked that, as you can see, boots off. There's no broken wires, so you go straight to purple and brown. Obviously this is all followed by the wiring diagrams I have, and you've got there, so you can pin there sensibly without damaging anything, and then you can pin at the other end and just check. So we had a cracking circuit. There was no issue between this point and the sensor, which is cool. So you have a look in the wing. Let's put a bit of light on the situation. You have a look in the inside of the wing, and you've got part 2 of the loom, which is, this is the back part that sits inside that hole just there, and this part of the loom goes down here across the top there and into the airbag control module. Now, if I put some light on there, you'll see there's the airbag control module laid flat with the yellow plug on the end. So what I did was, I went purple wire this side, and I went purple wire that side, and we had an open circuit. Now if you've not seen open circuit before on a multimeter, let's try and show you this. On a multimeter, we turn it on. There we go. So that's open circuit where it says OL, and just to show you the part of the test that I can do to show you that, if we have a look, honestly it's really hard trying to see for you guys. So you've got open circuit there, and if you touch the 2 probes together, that closes the circuit, so you get a bit of resistance in the cables. So that's resistance in the cables, so we know that these cables are okay. So if we follow it back, there's not that many points on these cars, to be fair, so if I put the light in there, we're going to see a bit more. We'll get zoomed in. So you have a look there, and there's the wiring just going into that connector block. Put the torch up, I'll be able to point things out to you. Let's get the open magnet on the go. Apologies about this, guys, it's quite hard in a footwell, isn't it? Right, so we'll tuck it in there. So there we go, guys. Right, we can see. So all you're doing is you're following it back. You start at the consumer and you follow it all the way back, checking all the wiring. Now, what I'm about to show you is this wiring loom here. And when I get the torch out, this wiring loom here, which is the main harness, as you can see, goes down there into the module. It was tucked on here. So you see all these sharp edges here, it's tucked on there. And then sat crushed between the matrix pipe. Now, if you know matrix pipes, they get hot. And we've got some crusty bits. We don't need crusty bits. And what I've done is I've pulled the 2 wires that we're dealing with just out of the loom pack, so we can see. It's so hard getting the torch in there, but we'll make it happen, guys. There we go. Oh, there we go. Right, so I pulled the 2 wires out, and they're just marked up with this brown tape. So there's your, get right in there, there's your brown and your purple wire. Now if we get really, really close, there's definitely another technician touching me from behind. Okay, so you can see, as well as I can see, I'll try and get it to focus. Does that work? Honestly guys, this is so hard. So many shadows. Right, on the brown and purple wire, you can see. So I've marked it out with that brown tape just so you can follow it back, really. Let's get in there. There we go. Right. So the brown and purple wire is here, marked out by this brown tape, just so I can point it out to you. And if you have a look, brown wire is all right, but the purple wire, guys, has got blue and crusty. And if we get in there we go. So on the purple wire, you can see just there, near my finger, we've got blue and crusties. And that's gone through. So that's cut the wire completely. It's rotted right through. So that's where it's lost its power. So guys, it isn't that difficult. I mean, obviously not all wiring issues are simple like that. But as I've always done, start from the consumer, work way back. Keep it simple, stupid. Check your basics first. Fuses, the consumer's actually there. There's no obvious burnt wires to the consumer. And then just work your way back. And you're going to get the answer eventually, which I've got down there. So all it needs is a wiring repair, using the correct wiring repair kit, and then we're good to go. So we'll retest it once we've done a wiring check, wiring fix, sorry. So hopefully I can do 2 parts in this one video, and you can see it fixed, done and dusted. So part 1, guys, thank you very much, and see you in part 2. Right guys, totally my apologies. You know when one thing leads to another and the car's built back up by the time you actually got around to filming the repair. So the wiring was repaired. I cut the old section out to make sure we've got some nice fresh wire in there. So I have got the bit that I've cut out, just if I can get it there. You can see where the blue fuzzy bits is. There should be some wire in between that ain't blue and fuzzy. So that little break, and I mean little break, if you look at it, it's tiny, it was causing the issue. We now have no airbag light and the vehicle is good to go for an MOT. So that is it, guys. Thank you very much for coming along. Hopefully a little bit of diagnostics is something a bit different on this channel. I don't very often get the time to do it, but when I can, we get little nuggets like this. So thank you again, guys, and I will see you again in the next one.